What is going on, guys, ladies and gents, whatever you are, to another video where today we're going to be talking about the new stuff added into Modern Warfare Remastered the past couple of days. A lot of stuff, ton of stuff to cover at the moment. Everything new that has been added into the game. So we'll start off with the features. One of the main features is the depot. We'll get into that a little later. But to start off with, we've got character selection options. So basically, that's more kind of customization options for your character. So you can go into personalization. Then you can go into character. You can change your character. So female, male, different skin tones, different features, all like builds, all that kind of stuff. And eventually, as you get down here, we've got the Double Dog and BAMF characters here. But yeah, just basically some more options for you guys to customize your characters, as well as then next under that is combat uniform. So again, it's just kind of different shades of brown and tan, or whatever you want to call it, but basically just different patterns of camo uniforms. Not really that fond of it, but it's there. And a lot of these things I'm going to be going through are using cog wheels, salvage, whatever they're called in this game, I'm not really sure. But basically what you can do is in the top right corner you can see that you've got COD points. Then next to it you got the salvage points, and then next to it is, I don't know what that is, credits, I guess, in-game credits. So basically with those salvage you gain from opening up supply drops, maybe by finishing challenges, I'm not quite sure, but I know you can get them from challenges. And so what you can do is eventually when you get enough of them, you can actually just click on this, and then it'll let you, if you have enough, just purchase it, and you'll be able to purchase that just like that without even having to like, you know, do challenge for it or anything like that. But actually for these main ones, you kind of see how it says Gunslinger 0 to 6 collected. So for one that you can actually afford, it'll kind of have a drop down menu of all the other ones you need to collect before you can actually collect this final uniform there. And that's there. Same thing for the characters here, 0 to 7, stuff like that. So next, I guess, you still have calling cards, you still have the classic, all this stuff, but then under you have expanded, and that's where the Operation Arctic Wolf, that's where you'll be getting these calling cards from the supply drops. Those will appear under here, and again, you can buy these just straight off the bat with your salvage. Emblems, again, expanded, same thing. Same kind of way you earn them anyways, like that. So that's basically it for the personalization right there. And then we've got going into classes. Actually, if you go to classes, we have a big different menu here. Not really that different, but we have some extra stuff. So we had the attachment and camo before. Now they've added kits and reticles. Obviously, you just press Y to change the reticle. Or no, you can't even change the reticle, I don't think, in this game. Anyways, you can change the reticle now. Again, using your salvage, you can purchase other reticles, as you can see here. Many different ones for, depending on if it's an assault rifle, submachine gun, sniper, stuff like that. And then we've also got kits. So kits is kind of like a special kind of form to the gun, kind of like a different variant in a way. So basically, this is each gun, I think, has on average 2 kits. One that's kind of okay, and then one that's a lot cooler. So for here, we've got Stinger. So as you can see, it kind of just changes the paint here, but on some it actually changes the physical form of the gun. And then here we've just got another one. Kind of add some tape down on the bottom of the mag there. So that's that. Same thing for pistols. Got the kits, stuff like that. And then down at the bottom we've got melee. So for melee, there's a lot of new melee weapons, as you can see here. Again, you can purchase them with your salvage, and then keep going down the list. And that's basically a substitute for your knife. And you can actually run around with it, which is nice. So instead of having to just click the knife button, you can actually run around with a knife if you're trying to, get the challenge for a knife kill or something like that. So that is definitely very awesome. Alright, next we've got the depot. Depot is another huge, one of the, probably the main sites of maps, which we'll get into soon. One of the main additions to the game. So if we click depot, we go into the multiplayer depot here. Disregard Captain Darren, he's pretty annoying. Anyways, so we've got common supply drops and rare supply drops, just like any other game, any other Call of Duty. Again, common supply drops are 10 points, and then rare supply drops 30 or 200 COD points. So basically, you can purchase one of these. We're almost at 30, but I'll just go for this one, just to kind of show you guys what it looks like. So click this, open it up, and it will give you 3 different items, as you can see there. And then if you get a duplicate, it will do that, and it'll give you salvage according to the type of thing that you got. So anyways, we got a combat uniform, which is okay. Sniper for the camo, and then obviously we got that already, so just a character. So that's what that is. Collections down here. It's basically kind of like.
Hey Ollie.
Yeah.
I'm going night-night.
All right, I'll be there done soon.
Okay.
It's basically kind of like an overview. It's kind of like an overview of what we were looking at earlier, kind of just separate areas. But this is kind of the overall. So you can see if we want the cliffhanger, we'll have to get all of these. We'll have to purchase all of these. And then once we purchase all these, it'll reward us with the cliffhanger. So that's how that works. That's for the ones that you can kind of see the padlock in the top left. For those, you'll need other stuff for it, but for things that just show salvage next to it, you can just purchase it and you'll get it straight away. So that's basically this. That's kind of just more an overview of kind of showing what the big item you can get if you purchase all of these with your salvage stored up. Armory, kind of self-explanatory. It's an infinite warfare. Basically, it's kind of just a showing what it's kind of just an overview of what you've gotten before, and it'll show you, like, say this, I've already gotten this, so it's unlocked. Again, this is just another way. It's weapon camo. Just click all the weapon camos in the game, so that's pretty cool. All the camos you can get like this, so it's a pretty cool one. So Widowmaker, Far East, a lot of cool ones in there that you can get from your rare supply drops or common supply drops. And you can also see recent weapon camos and recent things that you've gotten according to its category. And then again, purchase COD points. That's same. You know what that is. Okay, so moving on to multiplayer maps. If we go to private match here and we set up, we've got a lot more maps now. So we've had ambush, backlot, but now we've added 6 more maps from the original. Or not 6, but 7 actually, technically. 6 new maps. Another one is just a remake of an original map that we already have, which I'll show you at the very end. But anyway, so we have 6 new maps to the game. First one is Block. Large Russian apartment block. Intense domination matches. Then we have Countdown. You'll recognize this from the campaign. Obviously, if you played Modern Warfare back in the day, you'll remember this. Well, Countdown, open launch pad, huge sight lines, and dangerous maneuvering. So that is countdown. Next, we've got, moving down the list, we got Pipeline. Pipeline is a very fun map. If you do remember, in I think it was Advanced Warfare. It's one of the first remade maps in that game. Was actually a remake of Pipeline. If you remember that, that was a pretty fun map back in that game. So the original one will even be more fun. So that'll be fun to check out. And just want to let you know that in the future I will be having a next week or so I'll be having a video up on my channel about each gameplay of each map, just kind of showing it out like that. So that's Pipeline, Russian Train Yard, excellent team games. Next we've got Showdown, small desert arena, great fast gameplay for small numbers of players. So Showdown is kind of, if you haven't played the map before, it's basically like a square plaza in the middle with 2 levels up or surrounding it, and then on the outside is kind of just a track that goes all the way around. So yeah, that's Showdown. Next we've got Strike. Actually I haven't played this map, but Strike is a large urban desert town, excellent team game, so that's another one there. And then we've got Wetwork, the final new map added to the game here. Wetwork is a medium-large cargo ship, fast-paced search and destroy matches. Now, if you remember, this is actually a map from the campaign. If you remember, it's one of the first, actually, I think it's the first mission that you go on to capture some inside the bottom of the vessel here. So that is Wetwork. And then finally, we've got a remake map of one of the maps we already have, Crash, Winter Crash. If you remember from back in the day in Modern Warfare, there was an update that changed the map during the Christmas season to kind of a festive feature all around. So we've got the Christmas tree back in the middle near the crashed helicopter, and then the lights all around. And these even got some more cool things about the map that I will actually show you on a separate video, which will actually be uploaded the same day this video will be, but there will be some video on especially this map here and everything that it has to show. So those Winter Crash, those are the 6 plus 1 new maps in the game at the moment. All those first six will be in the game for the rest of the time, and then Winter Crash, I don't know, but probably will be taken out nearing the spring, probably. So that is those are the maps. Moving on to the game modes added, we've got 2 new game modes actually in the game. We've got 2 new game modes into the game. So if we go to Standard, we've actually got, as you can see near the bottom here, we've got 2 new game modes, Hardpoint and Gun Game. That's right, Gun Game has returned to, actually it hasn't returned, but it has been added to Modern Warfare Remastered. So that is very fun to see, because Gun Game is one of, next to Infected, one of the most fan favorite game modes of all time in Call of Duty. So that is the 2 new game modes, Gun Game and Hardpoint. Moving on to some more fixes and stuff added to the game. We've got some UI stuff. So in Search and Destroy, if you don't know that you can't actually, before you couldn't see how many players were left on the other team alive. You'd have to actually look at the scoreboard and check who had a tag next to their name or not. So now there's actually a live counter under the map in the top left. So that is nice. And then they've also allowed weapon ping during a UAV in hardcore. And then they've removed false XP modifier UI from private match and LAN games. So that's the UI. Actually, one thing I will need to show is if you go back to creative classes, actually, if you don't remember if you played the campaign, there was a new, or there wasn't a new, but there was a firing range, you know, at the beginning, tested out which gun you wanted to use and all that. So that's actually brought into multiplayer now. Remember, we had that back in Advanced Warfare, I believe. So that is finally back. So if you press the, depending on what console you're on, but on Xbox, you press the option button on the right, or whatever that is, you'll be brought into the same firing range that was in the campaign. So there's some fun stuff to kind of play around over here. And then if you step on into the center here, you'll be able to actually participate in the firing range like so. That's firing range. You can do it with any gun, anything. So that's nice, nice, nice. Alright, so now some final miscellaneous things added into the game or taken out. Smoke grenades VFX draw distance increased. So I believe that's kind of just the distance the smoke spreads from the smoke grenade. The weapon flinch and kick adjusted to match COD 4, so they're kind of trying to make it more like the original game. Melee attack traces adjusted to match COD 4, so another adjustment there back to the original. The USMC sniper character model changed to more closely match COD 4, so again, some more changes. And then there's several modifications to bots, so probably on the line of making them a little bit more, I guess, relatable to the setting that you put them on, regular, veteran, or difficulty, whatever you put them on. If you want to check out all the other patch notes, update notes, we'll have the description to Activision's page down in the description. So that is basically everything added into this game at the moment. Pretty finalized, I think. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Check the videos on the screen now, as well as like and subscribe. And with that, have an awesome day. Peace out.